Okay, I stayed up 12 a.m. I was still opening the TV. I was opening the window, smoked a couple of cigarettes, and I was jumping around, opened some music, dance about, something like that. And then I was kind of making a mess. So yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah. I also blasted the music like real on the speaker. So it felt like, wow, for once in my life, right, I have my own space. No one can bother me. I settled down. Okay, I just walked to my room, close the lights, lie down, try to sleep, and then I heard the chairs outside were moving.
Oh shit.
And then I was like, no way. Suddenly, I heard footsteps outside.
Shit.
And I saw a shadow underneath.
Wow.
It was approaching me. Tap, and stop. And then...
Wow, that one. This is it. We believe you. And we're back
to another episode of
Naik Bulu Tales. I'm Mo.
I am Fairil, and here we are again.
Here we get another year, another new year,
a lot more stories
another
to tell.
New episodes.
Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like, because it will really help us out.
And please share it to all your friends.
All your
Tell
buddies.
them about us. And if you haven't noticed by now, we're also on Spotify, and we're still uploading those episodes.
Still.
So hang in there. We're getting
Sorry
there.
for taking so long.
Yes. So I think so Rel and I were discussing right before we started recording that we want to just remind you guys that of our promise to go to Sabah to stay over the Agnes Keith's house. We have been.
It's not for the lack of trying.
Yeah, we have been getting in touch with them. Unfortunately, they have been unresponsive. So we will do something maybe more domestic. Maybe we'll sleep over in one of the other museums.
We'll see. We'll try to figure something out.
We just want to keep that promise. We'll do something. If they haven't, in this new year, they haven't replied us, then we'll still do something fun.
If you guys have recommendations as well.
Yeah.
Shoot it out to us, comment down low and below. But if it's a place where it's like 100% canoe, then more bagi orar.
We don't mind doing these things as long as it's safe. So we'll see. Let us know what you think you guys want us to experience, and then
legal.
Safe and legal. Let's not invite these dark forces. Let's not try to kena raso on purpose.
Very important.
Let's not disturb what's already not meant to be disturbed. So we have another spin instructor recommended by my wife Alia. Without further ado, welcome Akmal.
What's up?
Okay.
What's up,
Thank
man?
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming down, man.
Yes. All right. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, how you been?
All right.
It's been we've been trying a few times to get you down here.
He was unfortunately he wasn't well last week.
Yeah.
I think there's something going on.
Yep, and I am finally here, I guess. Right?
Yeah, man. We are excited to, it's like it's funny because right before we recorded, he's also like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell you my scariest story."
Yeah, that's why I love when guys are like this. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, where do you spin?
Babel TTDI. Yeah.
Babel TTDI.
Okay. Nearby.
All right. So if you guys want, those people out there trying to, want to get into spin cycling, look him up on his IG. We'll put it right there next to him. And you guys can DM him or
if I'm not mistaken, his classes are limited because now he teaches once a week.
Yeah.
He's more management now. So any complaints, go to him.
Jadi boss.
The boss dah borrow.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Where do you wanna start, Akmal?
Yes.
Where do you wanna start your story?
Okay. Well, we'll start with one of my childhood stories. This happened to me personally. This happened to me and my late grandfather on my mother's side. Yes. It happened somewhere in Muar. I cannot disclose the name of the village.
Oh, Johor.
Yes.
Muar.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Summer.
Nice.
Okay. So shall I begin?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Take your time.
All right.
Tell it in a creepy way.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
All right. My family on my mother's side has always been very spiritual, I would say, because diorang dua-dua pakar perubatan Islam. So usually, patients that have all these supernatural occurrences happening to them, they will come to them.
Oh.
Anything, yeah. So I actually grew up seeing the most bizarre incidences, but I wasn't really allowed to find out what it was. Whenever I asked my dad, like, Abah, what's happening? And orang datang visit, some stuff like that. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So one particular night, I was 6 years old at the time. It happened in Muar.
Well, you remember since you were 6?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it was quite, it was out of this world actually. I've never seen anything like it.
Okay.
Okay. So the tradition dekat kampung I, dekat Muar ni, is that sometimes my grandfather akan ajak me and my other siblings lah. Okay, apa tu? They call it macam bila durian tengah masak, it will fall down on its own. So and dia akan terus datang and pungut terus, usually like that. Okay, so I followed my granddad one night ni to the dusun tu. Okay, so we were stationed at this one macam pondok tau. But the pondok is technically it has walls on it, but an opening. But the opening kita pakai macam kain guni je basically. Kain guni is basically one of those like factory punya macam whenever you put like pasir inside a factory bag, something like that. Yeah. It's a simple hut je sebenarnya.
Right.
The purpose of the hut is that just to lepak situ. Bila durian dah masak, dia akan jatuh and then we will hear it and then kita akan turun and pungut.
Right.
Okay. So it was already like 11:30 tau. Okay, so I ikut. It was just me and my late grandfather that time tu. Okay, so just ikut dia. Okay, then I ikut lah, nampak apa tu dusun dan arwah tu. I kan cakap ni pokok rambutan ni semua. I was only 6 kan, so it's so thrilling kan. I've never done this before. I was a silly kid. Okay. Okay, so then ikut. So then we were stationed at this one pondok ni towards the edge. I think it would take us around like 20 minutes just to arrive kat situ, from the main house all the way to the dusun kat dalam tu, and then ada pondok kat situ.
And this is during the day?
This was during the night.
Yes. You guys pick durians at night? Is that the reason? Okay.
Yeah, that I don't know why.
Okay, I'm curious about that. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so we were stationed there. Okay, it was dark, and then since it's only like macam kampungnya area, dusun macam tu kan. Okay, so we only used kerosene lamp je. Okay, and it's powered by minyak tanah, they call it, right? Okay,
old school.
So a simple one, something like this, but a little bit more traditional, right? Okay, so that's the only thing that is settled in the middle of the pondok. Okay, so duduk situ, then just borak-borak with my late grandfather, and he would like take a few puffs of smoke. Okay, so then he said, okay, let's just wait for a bit, Faik. Okay, so let's just wait for a bit. Okay, so tunggu, nothing. So dah ngantuk. It was like 12 plus already, nearing 1 a.m. Okay, so they said, let's just take a nap, right? Okay, so tidur. So I think after a few hours, both of us heard a very loud flapping noise now. It's like a giant bird. Yeah, the noise that I can recall that it's as if it had giant wings.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was just outside of the hut. And bear in mind again, the hut is only covered with kain guni tu je. So we could actually just take a peek and see what's outside actually tau. And then my granddad was like, then berderau darah kejap. I saw his face. I can still remember his face. He was like macam takut dan apa tu kan. So then we both took a peek.
Oh, you actually took a peek, huh?
It was a woman. It was a woman, and it was just sitting in front of us. In front. Okay, this is the hut. Just imagine like a square hut macam tu. Kita kat dalam kain guni.
Yeah.
The wanita tu, the lady was just in front of us tu. Dia singgah. So we couldn't.
Facing away.
He was facing away. Yeah. He was facing away. Okay, so I've never seen anything like it.
Of course. At 1 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. This was at 3 a.m.
Now 3 a.m.
Yeah, 3 a.m. something.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Okay, so we're stuck inside. Right? We're stuck inside and we cannot go out because we cannot go out undetected. I still remember I was like, Atu apa tu kan? Atu apa tu? And then Faik, diam. Shh, diam. Something like that. And I was like, oh my god.
What was it wearing?
Okay, what was she wearing? Okay, it was a woman. a very long hair. She was looking away, and she was clad in cloth. It was just like long cloth.
Okay.
And she was sitting down.
Yeah.
She was sitting down. Okay. And then, my granddad said, just pause. Don't say anything. Just pause for a moment. Right, yeah. Okay, this was the creepy part.
Okay.
Okay, we just stopped by. And then we heard a crying noise. But even though she was near us, this was quite bizarre. I still remember to this day. The noise of the crying felt so far away. It defies the laws of physics.
Yeah.
I cannot explain how it is, but the crying it's as if it was like a kilometer far away, something like that. Like macam belakang pokok sana. But the lady was just in front of us, right?
Yeah.
So we just paused for a moment. We didn't know what to do. And then my late grandfather looked at the kerosene lamp. And then he was like, Faik, move away. He just grabbed the kerosene lamp, then campak dekat betul-betul depan dekat lady tu. And then she just screamed and just flew away. And then I realized yeah, she just flew away and then just disappeared. Yeah. It's like if you watch this macam,
Oh my god.
yeah. If you watch macam like a video transition kan, macam suddenly macam kalau you edit suddenly dia macam hilang. That's exactly how it hilang, like that. It's like just
It's like a jump cut. Oh,
it's like a jump cut, yes.
cut of an edit.
Exactly.
So, grab your arwah, grandfather, threw the kerosene.
Yeah.
She reacted.
Yeah.
Disappeared.
Because it does flames, right?
She caught on fire a bit.
She didn't catch
She
fire
already
because
was
he just threw the kerosene lamp right somewhere like in front of a tepi like but dekat lah dengan that thing tu.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So when it flew, I mean, it disappeared while I was flying.
Exactly. Yeah. It was like that. Just.
So you actually saw it fly.
I saw it fly.
So,
but it was very macam I don't know how to say this. Macam they just like and then gone.
Wow.
First split second.
I think it's true.
Yeah.
It's not like you saw it like do like
No, not at all.
like a Superman fly. You don't see that.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm thinking, how does this woman?
Yeah.
This. Okay, so what do you think this woman was? Was it a Pontianak?
I think it is.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And that was
We both were nodding when you were saying that the cry sounded far because I don't know if you knew about this pantang. If you hear something far, it's actually close to you.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
if it's close to you, it's actually
oh my
far.
god. Yes.
Actually, Fairil mentioned this a year ago on one of our episodes, and I thought that was very interesting. I don't know if it's trying to trick you.
It probably is because it might have not known that you saw it. So when it's kind of crying far away, then it's probably trying to lead you to come out to see it.
But I'm wondering, she was there on purpose, like whether it was on purpose, like she knew that they were there, or that's her hangout spot. I mean, you know what I mean? That they happened to be there.
100% she knew.
She knew. Okay,
I think so because the kerosene light was on.
Oh my god, she knew.
She's probably like, who are these people?
Yeah, exactly. What if she knew? What was she doing? Right, just sitting there.
Yep.
Kacau lah.
Yep. So
that's so interesting.
exactly.
Like,
okay, so that's my point. Like, okay, so we know the folklore of Pontianak. You know, she died at childbirth, looking for her anak and stuff like that, right? But what is their MO? Like, besides kacau us, like what else? I'm always curious. Like, I don't know that if anyone has an answer, but I'm just curious the purpose of this Pontianak. Like, did she? Like, is she looking for men? For example,
I think it's probably I mean, for me, in that sense, it's probably like, I mean, how often does your late grandfather go there?
Well, it's usually a routine. Like whenever there's the ripening of fruits, is it? They call it like durian runtuh.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not like an every night thingy, right?
No, it's not.
It's like every few months or
Whenever
a seasonal.
Seasonal.
Right?
Seasonal. Yeah.
So maybe and your late grandfather used to go by himself.
Yes, he would.
Balls, man.
Yeah.
He got balls.
in this instance, did you nak ikut dia, or he asked you to come with you?
Yeah, he asked me to come.
Asked you to come?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was particularly very close to my late grandfather like that. Yeah.
Wow. Then that's I mean, probably the thing was like, ooh, new person, new kid.
Yeah, because he knows the late grandfather for a while already.
Yeah.
But was it his first time seeing her, this late grandfather?
Well, I was too young to actually follow up on what I saw.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
But I mean, I guess from his reaction that you said that he might have been his first time.
Could be.
You know,
That's true, right?
Yeah.
That's true. You sit, be quiet, don't move.
dang, that's
Yeah.
you know, it's funny because every time when someone tells a story, right, I always picture it like a movie. You know, like how the thing appears, the sound, and it's
It's true. Just visualize it.
visualize
But
it.
this flapping on wings, we've heard it many times in our episodes. Our guests were saying something like,
Yeah.
you always hear some flapping, huge
Yes.
flapping wings.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes.
It's like do Pontianaks have wings?
Oh, we can't see.
Jang, jang, jang.
Oh, man. Maybe their wings, we cannot see their wings.
I always have a theory about these Pontianaks. Okay, like whenever you go across like Western folklore, right? They call them harpies, right?
Harpies,
yes.
Yeah. So then I think
The Greek.
it's actually the same thing, but then they couldn't. Yeah. Because
Interesting.
flappy
Harpies
wings
are the ones in Van Helsing, right? Those
Yes.
three girls, those three vampires. They were also harpies.
No, they were actually vampires.
They mentioned the harpies, though, right?
I'm not sure, but they look similar when they're in wing form. Yeah.
Right. So-
Harpies is from Greek mythology.
So what happened after that? I mean, like, did you talk about it with your grandfather again after that?
Okay, I talked about it to my mom. Yes.
And what did your mom say?
Because my mom is, like the
yeah,
doctor,
yeah,
right? So
yeah.
my mom was like, "What?" Yeah. But then, if ghost stories usually fuel her. She'll be like, "Wow,
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Stay longer.
What else happened?
Yep.
Sorry. So do you go by Akmal or Faik?
My family calls me
Faik.
Faik.
Okay,
Yeah.
Good to know now.
Yeah.
Faik.
Wow. So is there any other parts to that story, or is that the
Is that your last time durian picking?
Yes, that was
That's
my
the
last
last
time.
time.
First and last.
After that,
No more.
Yeah. Because I've never seen anything like it. Yeah.
I mean, dude, 6 years old.
Yep.
Of course. You know what? If we were 6 doing that, I think we would remember too.
I mean, if I'm 40 and I saw that, I'm pissing in my pants.
Yeah, actually, let's talk about that for a second. How the feeling? How much fear did you have at that moment? And
Okay, I felt like my heart stopped. It was I was cold. I was cold. Yeah. Because at one point, I'm not sure if my granddad knew what to do or so.
Right.
Because I was relying on the adult.
Yeah,
right.
of course.
I was 6 years old.
For sure.
So looking at something like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're stuck. What if she decides to pay us a visit? Just turn back and pay us a visit, and that'll be even way scarier, right? Yeah.
I mean, your late grandpa threw fire at it.
Exactly.
I'm surprised it didn't come back.
Yeah, quite brave. Quite brave of him. But when you guys told the story, everybody believed it lah. They're like, yeah, this happens. To the family and friends.
Well, they say that it's not uncommon. Yeah.
Just a Friday night.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, dude. Well, that's a good one, man. I think that's a good start.
That is a good start.
Yeah.
When you said she was right, just sitting in front of you guys, 5 feet away, almost.
Yes.
Just right in front of you, like there. Like see her.
Yeah. The way that I can imagine it is like, because the hut is quite small, right? It can only fit like maybe like 3-4 people max.
Oh, that's
like
right,
that,
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is small.
Yeah. Okay. So kerosene lamp in the middle like this, and then just kain guni, becoming a veil between us and what's outside. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. Yeah, I mean, if there was a door, it would be better. We can lock ourselves inside, right? Oh God.
I mean,
What? Okay, from what you can remember, right? Besides the long hair, the hair was until her waist.
Okay, that
you remember that?
I can't remember, because first it was also kind of dark.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're right. It is pitch black. I'm sure.
Yeah. It was kind of dark.
Oh my God, that's even.
Yeah. But I'm sure. Yeah, but I'm sure it was looking away, and I'm sure it was some long kind of dress, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's nuts. it's kind of crazy that you still remember that at 6
Yeah.
years old. You know? I don't know what I remember at 6 years old, man. But I guess because that moment is so
Yeah.
memorable.
Yep.
Kan?
I think, wow.
It spooked me. It
Yeah,
spooked me.
I mean,
For sure. Yeah.
the details of this
It's good,
thing.
man. Because not many people can. Because sometimes when people go through these things, right, they tak ingat sangat, right? They're like, oh, a little bit here, but you're like, yo, that shit was like right there.
Yeah, that was.
That's all right. Well, cool.
Wow.
So you got your second story.
Yes. Okay, right. Okay, the second story is I would actually say, okay, this also happened in Muar. Okay. Okay. Usually all these kampung people our ancestors, right? They always have this, customary practices, right? Yeah. Okay. So it was that particular house, one of my atuk saudara punya rumah lah. Okay, there will be this one room ni. Okay, imagine this. Rumah kayu. Okay, and then ada macam this one small room at the side here. Okay, it could probably fit in like 2 orang je. And then ada jendela. So jendela ni is basically how do I say it in Malay? It's a window. Right, it's a window. It's an open window without any blinds. It's basically like one of those kampung punya windows. Okay. Okay. Every night at around maybe 9:30 p.m. Okay, my late nenek saudara ni, she will put this sambal belacan dengan kopi hitam dekat atas jendela punya lining tu.
Right.
As an offering, almost.
Exactly. So macam I wanted to know what is it actually, kan? And then my father said, jangan tanya. Okay. Then my nenek macam, to her it's like very subtle lah, like kalau awak nak tengok, datanglah pukul 11:30 ni.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then my dad was like, no. Yeah. But I just know that the next morning I tried to come and visit, tengok sikit kan, a bit. It would usually be kosong, meaning kopi O tu will be empty, and then sambal belacan ke atas piring besi tu, like one of those macam will be macam it's like slick clean.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it is an offering. It is an offering.
Yeah, but it sounds like, is it your nene is feeding something?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. What is she feeding?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, fast forward maybe 2 years later. I was like 7-8 years old, I think, that time. Okay. Ada wedding. Okay, ada wedding. One of kita punya saudara, I don't remember, he was very young. And then like keluarga Melayu, cousin, the night after the wedding, actually. The night after the wedding. Yeah, I remember the night after the wedding. Okay, my mom nak pergi toilet. It was like maybe pukul 12 macam tu, 11 I think. I remember my mom telling me this lah, like she was going to the toilet. Okay, there's a room on the right side. So the toilet is all the way to the front. There's a room on the right side. So if you want to go to the toilet, you will need to pass the room on the right side.
Got it.
Okay, so what she saw was, okay, dia nampak nenek saudara I tu, she was on the floor and ada besen tau, because usually lepas kahwin kan, you simpan all this nasi minyak semua, usually to give away lah kan. Okay, so but then kenapa ada banyak besen nasi minyak ni dekat dalam bilik tu, kenapa tak bagi orang kan?
That's strange.
Yeah. So she saw Nek Jan, she was eating macam lahap, like she was feasting on the besen nasi minyak tu. It was dark and then like slightly lit je, according to her. Like she could probably see macam lampu
outside,
luar rumah. Yeah. So she saw something was like feasting and then the next morning tu she told me like, awak apa tu, patutlah mak, kenapa mak nak tahu kenapa. Initially macam mak pelik lah, kenapa nasi minyak tak bagi orang kan, ada 3 besen nasi minyak, kenapa letak dekat dalam bilik tu kan banyak betul kan nasi minyak kan. So then mak tahu kenapa, mak rasa Nek Jan ada bela something. Then it occurred to me, maybe it was that You know.
So I think that your Nenek Bela was eating nasi. lah.
Yes. Yeah.
What did who went to the bathroom?
My mom.
What did your mom? What did it look like? What your
She
mom saw?
saw. She saw Nik Jan.
It looked like her.
Yeah,
her
exactly.
nenek.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like mimicking
The nenek.
Exactly.
I mean, your Nik Jan was downstairs, right?
That I don't know.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be her.
Yeah. It could
Damn, being possessed.
be.
Oh no.
wow.
Yeah.
Tapi okay, your mom saw her pergi bilik air and then just left it.
That's it. Yeah.
Right.
Oh wow. Yeah, very spooked.
How big were the basins though? Like
Huge. I think those
those
basi
Yes,
basin, right?
betul. The catering
huge.
ones.
The catering
ones. Yeah.
Dude, those are massive, dude. 3 basin. This thing finished all of it.
that's creepy.
Oh man.
I wonder if your mom had heard like anything, like when tengah makan. It could be,
Actually, yeah. That's actually the way she described it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And my mom is very illustrating. Whenever she tells stories, kan dia macam like
Sounded like that.
So yeah, the reason why I'm doing like that is because that's exactly how she told me. Actually,
Right,
macam
right.
So we have to ask.
Yes.
Your family ada saka?
I think ada.
Because if she's blowing something, so it sounds like
Yes,
that's what
exactly.
it is. She would need to pass it on. But usually through the female, so your mom. Oh man.
According to what my grandmother would tell me, is usually dia akan pass dekat whoever yang paling lemah semangat, something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, because the ones that are a bit stronger won't really do its doing or
Interesting.
figure something out too. Yeah.
Got it.
Maybe one of these days, whenever there's all this perubatan going on kan dekat rumah kat JB, maybe I'll give you a heads up and you can see it for yourself. Yeah.
That's something interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That is
What's an idea? I mean,
interesting.
Yeah.
perubatan. I mean, it's healing them, right? Well, have you witnessed all these? Have you
All
witnessed?
this, yeah. Okay, back then it was my late grandfather and also my current grandmother. She's still alive. Yeah, so it was just the both of them. And in JB, they were kind of known as the Ed and Lorraine Warren of JB.
Wow.
Yes.
Somebody needs to. We need to make a movie on them. I never know.
Yes. Okay. So even certain famous figures that you'll see on TV, they used to learn from my late grandfather. Yeah.
Wow.
So he was like one of the OGs.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then the thing that they call it is gerak. Okay, so whenever they do it, okay, you usually kena baca Al-Fatihah lah and few ni kan. It's purely Islamic actually. It's purely Islamic.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so then there will be a tingling sensation. You will move towards the tingling sensation too. That we call it the gerak. They call it the gerak.
What moves towards this tingling sensation?
Whenever she does like something like this, and then the patient will move according to a thing. It's like a tingling sensation, and if you close your eyes and focus, it's probably like you probably see like glimpse of an aura or something like that.
Wow. But only your grandparents can see.
You can see it yourself also if you maybe like focus. I've never seen it myself before, but then whenever I dulu pun like growing up pun ada kena kacau sekali-sekala 2-3 macam tu kan, macam kenapa sakit tiba-tiba. So probably go to them, right, to ward off these things kan. Okay. So the thing is called gerak, like you will follow it. You need to one day come,
okay,
and then experience and see it yourself. Yeah.
She still does it till this
Yes,
day.
but
How old is your grandma now?
Now she's like 70.
Oh, she still does it.
Yeah.
Still young.
But
Still
now
young,
the
but
knowledge
strong.
has been passed to my uncle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's to be taken over from your late grandfather.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she's not as strong as she was before.
Right.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of her energy also.
Yeah,
like
of
she gets
course.
tired. Tengah malam mau datang kan. Yeah. Okay. So what? Okay. One particular incident ni, it was a patient. Usually they will come sebab apa tu sakit lah ni semua. When my grandmother would scan, probably say, oh ada something ni. Okay, ada apa tu, aku kena kacau ke apa, diorang hantar benda. So this one particular patient ni, she was already possessed the moment I datang. So I datang just running errands for my grandmother. I was already bringing food, and then I nampak lah. But to me, it's just like a regular night at Tok Ibu punya rumah. You know, like okay, fine, another patient kena rasuk, something like that.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. But I was like 15 at the time, so I wanted to be the cool kid. So I brought out my phone out. I wanted to record. So I wanted to record because I wanted to show my friends, right? I want to show my friends, like wow, okay. So the moment, and okay, so the positioning of the patient is that she was looking away from me. It was quite the house like this. Ruang tamu, I was here. This is the entrance of the ni. So I nak keluarkan my phone to rakam. The moment I keluarkan my phone to rakam, suddenly, jangan rakam. Yeah. And she wasn't looking at me. I think that whatever
That thing you felt it.
Yeah.
My god.
Yeah, then it occurred to me already. Maybe the theory is that it's not inside it. It's probably like beside
Around it, yeah.
Yeah, or around it. Yeah. That's how they control and influence the possessee, I think. Yeah. It's almost like
It's like they're puppeting it.
Exactly.
Puppeting the person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was pretty creepy.
Still rakam?
I didn't rakam lah. I macam
That was one time.
and I kena marah.
Also kena marah.
Ya, dengan Tok Ibu I semua because macam jangan rakam kan. Yeah. But I should have rakam actually, right?
Hey, but it's okay. I think it's best you did it.
Yeah.
Just for your own safety.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They would have been
Right?
more pissed. And it would be like, oh, nak rakam man.
Yeah.
So did you stayed to watch?
I stayed to watch.
Okay, to
Yeah,
watch. Okay, so
and then the end of the I wouldn't call it a ritual. Maybe it's like an Islamic rite, right? Okay, so at the end of the whole thing, usually it ends with either you capture and contain whatever's inside, or dengan izin Allah you bunuh, or dengan izin Allah you lepas. If something like that. So if the gerak, if you are guided by the gerak and the gerak doesn't want to capture it, it means lepas you cannot do anything.
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something like that.
Wow.
Yes, exactly. It's very spiritual.
So the gerak, are you saying the gerak has its own mind in a sense?
I can't say for sure, but it's once you activate it with a series of verses, Quranic verses, it just triggers. Yeah.
I think every patient has a gerak. If I'm not mistaken,
Everyone has it inside. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, something like that.
Gerak khas.
Yes.
I was waiting to say that.
I was thinking the same.
And you'll be surprised that a lot of famous figures, famous Islamic figures, preachers in Malaysia, actually uses the same method actually, because they learn it from some. Yeah. It's like it's a knowledge. Ilmu, yes, betul.
So that night dapat lepaskan this thing from that patient.
Okay, that night. Okay, sorry I sidetracked.
It's okay.
That night, okay, usually containkan dekat dalam some botol lah kan. Okay. Okay, then we usually buat lawak like, okay, Tok Ibu ada banyak botol Nescafe sebab nak tangkap jin, something like that. Yes, okay, but that night tak cukup botol Nescafe.
Oh man.
Yes, tak cukup botol Nescafe. Okay, so what she did was she used a teacup and a saucer. Okay, now this is interesting. Okay, so dengan izin Allah, she just she contained the thing and then put it inside the teacup and then just secured it with one saucer. Okay, one saucer. All right, and then what I saw was that the saucer was like shaking, and then my grandmother subtly just tutup macam tu je. Yeah, it's like nothing happened, like chill.
OG.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. Yes.
Your grandmother power.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many people do they see a day?
Oh my god. Now it's not daily. Usually it's like whenever towards the weekends there's one. Yeah. But there's when I was younger, I would see a lot of patients coming because they'll go by referral basis, and my grandmother never charges anything. She'll always say that ni ilmu Allah. I don't have a right to charge it.
You're right.
Tok Ibu tak ada hak nak charge.
And they can donate if they want to lah.
Yeah, they will usually donate lah. Bagi makan something like that.
Something lah. Yeah, exactly.
Then I would be something like, now dah all grown up kan, Atuk Ibu, you should commercialize your service kan. Kan, like charge je 3,000 kan.
Save their life basically.
It might not work if she charges.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes, maybe it might not work if he charges. So this is one of the many stories that I can vividly remember.
That's great. Imagine coming home every night and there's like
Actually,
another one.
I think it's kind of like, okay, these things are much of energy, right? Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So I don't think we can destroy like these hantus or jinns because it's not in our hands. Only Allah can. Correct, right?
Yes.
So you just put them somewhere and lepaskan.
True.
So what does she do with all the Nescafe botol?
Okay, now let's get to the process of the whole ride. Okay. Now whenever these things are contained in a jar, she will commission my dad to pergi laut, sulang laut tu, kan? Okay, sulang laut. Because my grandmother duduk kat JB. Okay, so pergi sulang laut and my dad will campak. I would usually be saying lah macam about pollution. Kata habis tu awak nak simpan kat bilik awak ke? Kan?
True.
Whatever these things is kan.
Makes you think maybe all the polluted bottles are there all jinns?
Could be.
So that's why there's a saying: if you go to the beach and you see something, a bottle or a jar, you never open it,
right?
Because you might unleash something that
Which is the premise of jangan pandang belakang. They
Exactly.
found that bottle on the beach. Aduhai. My goodness. So that can't be. So that can't be safe though. To just in the laut and then.
Well, unless there's another alternative.
That's true. You're right.
Yes.
Or unless you have a room like Ed and Lorraine in the movies Conjuring, they had that room of relics.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like you trap them within their own relics. You throw them out to sea, or you paga them around like somewhere in the jungle. That's what they usually do. Right?
I see.
Because I mean, what I know is in PJ, somewhere in PJ, I think it's the Bukit Gasing area or something like that. There's a small paga area where they throw the stuff there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
We found that recently too. Yeah.
Well, it's best not to visit such area.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
So I've always wondered where hantu air comes from.
Okay.
It's possible from these bottles.
Could be.
Okay, so that's so your dad, which is her son-in-law,
So,
would commission to throw it out. Okay, okay. Makes sense, I guess. Yeah.
All these interesting.
and if you come over to my grandmother's house, there's always one bottle in the middle of the living room. It's because she's waiting for someone to come and throw it away, because it's usually whatever she's containing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'd be scared to touch it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't dare. Tapi they're sealed, right?
They're sealed.
The Nescafe bottles are just a twist.
Yeah, that's
Right.
it.
Sealed with magic supposedly lah, like doa whatever.
True.
It's like scripturally sealed.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you look at it, it looks like a regular bottle, like nothing inside it.
Yeah, of course.
That's it. Yeah, but if you do open it, it'll probably be vengeful. Yeah, right.
We cannot see, but your grandma can see, can? Can she see what's in the bottle properly?
The way that she describes it is like, I always ask this to my grandmother and also my uncle. Like boleh nampak ke kan? Like how is it through your lenses kan? How is it like? Boleh nampak ke? Macam atuk ibu tak nampak, tapi atuk ibu selalu macam dapat macam kelibat like glimpse in her mind suddenly.
Oh wow.
Like
a flash, like
exactly.
Wow.
Something like that.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so usually people, like movies, they tend to over exaggerate things, right? So yeah, I mean, actually it's more subtle than what you think it is, right? Yeah.
Right. Has there been any unsuccessful cases? Tak dapat keluarkan.
Okay, that will take weeks actually.
Oh.
Okay, that will take weeks. Okay, I have another story actually. Now when you mention it, I have one actually.
I love it. Keep going.
Yeah. Now this happened to my late uncle. So he passed away because of black magic.
Oh
no. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So my uncle ni, dia kahwin dengan this one with the wife lah kan. Okay. So after dia kahwin tu, suddenly perut dia bloated tau. For after like a month later tu, perut dia bloated, and then doctor check air, then keluarkan air, then bloated lagi, air. Yeah. Okay, so to ibu dengan to ayah I check, kata I think ada orang buat awak ni. Ada orang buat awak. Tapi usually the thing is kan, macam I selalu tanya my mom and dad kan, kalau to ibu and to ayah selalu tolong orang, kenapa why weren't they successful in helping ayah cu? Dan ayah cu pun dulu kena buat. Okay, so they said like usually macam tu, kalau anak sendiri it's not as easy as it is. Yeah. And it turns out that there was a jealous lover actually. Okay, so yes.
Of course.
The ex-boyfriend kepada the new wife tu wasn't happy with her getting married with arwah ayah cu I.
Right.
Yes. Okay, so after a while arwah ayah cu I sakit kaki dia. I remember growing up dulu kan, arwah ayah cu I macam the skin semua ni kenapa ke macam sakit teruk tau. Yeah, and then one day meninggal. Okay, and then the family. Okay, then after that the wife pula kena. The wife pula kena. Perut dia bloated ni semua ni.
Oh man, this guy's horrible.
Yeah, exactly. So what the parents did, ayah cu punya wife punya parents did, I don't know how to call it. They're not my in-laws kan. Yeah, but okay, let's just call it ayah cu punya wife, my aunt punya parents, because dia orang tak puas hati, dia orang pun risau juga kan. It's happening to their child pula sekarang. Okay, happen to ayah cu, now happening to the child. So pergi cari the ex-boyfriend. They just had a hunch kan, and then cari, and then I think they blackmailed him with a parang, something like that lah. From what I heard from my mom.
How did they discover it was the ex-boyfriend?
They had a hunch lah. Macam siapa yang agak-agak buat ni kan? Siapa yang buat ni kan?
It's the ex-lover.
So jumpa, dan dia mengaku. Then he brought the parents to this bomoh ni. Okay, bomoh ni duduk kat kota tinggi. Okay, so masuk rumah bomoh tu kan, then dah bagi tahu bomoh tu semua ni. Okay, then bomoh tu bawa masuk. Then what they saw in the room ni is a series of things tau. One of it was one very particular one was, okay, there is a basin, is it a small, like a circular pail kan, but the one yang bukan yang tinggi tu, the one yang macam lepe tu kan. Okay, so it was flooded with water. There was water inside, and there was two macam dolls clad with cloth, but they look humanoid lah, macam humanoid. Okay. Yes. And then ada apa tu, rambut tying dekat the abdominal area tu. And they soak it in the water.
That's your arwah ayah cu lah, and your auntie.
Yes, betul. Then the moment suruh bomoh tu get rid of whatever it is kan, dia potong the hairline tu, dia potong rambut tu yang ikat dekat the abdominal of the other doll tu. And then after that 3 days later, alhamdulillah, auntie sihat. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Some voodoo shit.
That's
some voodoo shit right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So this mamat ni, he's not in the picture anymore. Your family dah macam.
Yeah. That's all that I know from the story lah. But I think after telling this kan, I should follow up actually what happened to auntie sekarang. We used to go to
How long ago was
revisit.
this your ayah cu?
It's way back. I was like maybe 5 years old. Yeah.
Oh, before the
Everything.
Pontianak.
Yeah. Way back.
Oh, you ingat lah you.
Yeah, because these stories were quite prominent, like, because I grew up kan, macam, my childhood was a bit different. Bila dengar like my other friends telling their stories, so like growing up with this, and then I was like, oh well, I grew up with this and that.
You're the right person.
Yeah.
The right person to talk to.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow, the dog. Dia macam they rendam the two dolls in the water, right?
Yeah,
That's how they get extreme water retention.
It's crazy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
This could happen to anyone.
Yeah, true.
That's just crazy how
And then I just realized, it's embedded in our, like there's a saying that, why kita orang Melayu kena dengki with each other kan, business je nak hantar benda. Betul. Yeah. So this is one case, Yeah.
It's not only here, all over the world they have similar stories where black magic in Mexico and Morocco. We had a friend from Libya,
yeah.
telling us stories.
That's nuts.
All over the world. Yeah, dengki is whoever. Yeah, anywhere in the world can ada dengki lah.
Yeah.
Who's it's like who's available for that spiritual dark magic. My God, Ed and Lorraine. I wanna find out more about your grandparents.
Okay.
That's very interesting.
Wow, we should.
We should do our own conjuring lah. That's nice that
If they allow lah.
why not, you know? Yeah,
Inshallah,
just we talk to them.
Yeah.
Do research a bit.
Yeah.
This whenever you go back, is it Moa still Moa?
No. Okay,
JB.
my grandmother now got JB.
JB, okay. JB. It's a very noble thing to do actually, you know,
Yeah.
to help people and bukan senang. Not everybody believes in this, so their last resort is to see your grandma.
Yeah, exactly. yes.
To help, you know.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so they're not alone. You
Yeah.
know, going through these things.
Yeah.
It's susah nak percaya if you're by yourself, and then like.
Yeah.
Then you can be easily labeled as crazy, kan? And but then because this is your norm, you grew up with this. When you hear these stories, you immediately, you believe it.
All right, man. Let's go with the next one.
All right. Okay, now they say that one of the rules, one of the Malay rules, I'm not sure if it's also practiced in other traditions or customs, but one of the rules is that when you move to a new house, a new place, you're supposed to be a bit respectful of the place. You can't really be all, you know.
It's a pantang.
Yes, you can't be a total delinquent. You need to be a little bit, you know, mindful of the place.
Like ease yourself in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So this story happened to me. It happened to me 4 years ago.
Oh, recent.
Yes. Okay. So
Right before pandemic.
During.
before pandemic.
Like
That's
before
right.
March 2020.
Exactly. Yes. Right before pandemic.
Okay.
Okay, so my aunt has a house in Ara Damansara. Okay, so being in uni, she said, why don't you just stay at the house? So I was like, okay, you know what? It's nice. Okay, so apartment. I was 21, 22, had the whole place to myself. So I felt so happy. So we traveled to KL with my parents. We put all of my stuff there already, all of my stuff there, and then they were ready to leave. And then I was excited. Yeah. I mean, but my mom and dad told me before I left, be mindful. This is your first day moving into this house. Don't do anything silly. Let whatever, if there's anything inside the house, right? Let it be comfortable with your presence first.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I mean, by now I was like, I just want to be a cool kid. I just want to have the space of my life, right? Yeah.
Joe,
Yeah.
how long was that place empty for?
I mean,
Before you moved in? Was it empty for a while?
It wasn't empty. It was just like more of a family house.
Okay,
But we only
got it.
we only go there if there's like a wedding in KL or something like that.
Got
Yeah.
it.
You said your auntie's house.
Yeah. So she has
but she
another-
doesn't stay there.
She doesn't stay there. Yeah, she has like multiple properties. So this is one of it. Now.
Okay.
It's like a family house, right?
Nice.
Okay, so I'm not gonna name the name of the
Sure.
residence.
No worries.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I just moved there. First night, parents left. Had the whole place to myself. There was like 2 rooms, 1 kitchen. I was thinking of the worst, naughtiest things ever. Okay, right. So I stayed up 12 a.m. I was still opening the TV. I was opening the window, smoked a couple of cigarettes, and I was jumping around, opened some music, dance about, something like that. And then I was kind of making a mess. So yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah. I also blasted the music, like real, on the speaker, because it felt like, wow, for once in my life, right, I have my own space. No one can bother me. Okay, and then it's time to go to bed because the next day is probably my first day of class. So it was my 3rd year. Okay. Shut off the TV. Shut off the living room. Everything outside. So went to my room. Okay, so there's 2 rooms in the apartment. So my room and my aunt's room. My aunt's room is basically the master bedroom. So I mean, I don't really use it because that room is usually it's reserved for when my aunt visits the place. Whenever she's there in KL, she'll probably stay there. So it's closed off. Okay, so my room, my aunt's room, the whole living room here. Okay, so I settled down. Okay, I just walked to my room, close the lights, lie down. But then I opened the corridor lights.
Oh, okay.
Okay, tried to sleep, and then I heard the chairs outside were moving.
Oh shit.
And then I was like, no way. Is this happening to me right now? And I was like freaked out. It's like what, 1:30 a.m. I was like, okay, but maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe it could be my neighbors somewhere upstairs, right? Okay, it's fine. Okay, then I just settled down a bit. Suddenly, I heard footsteps outside.
Shit.
You know the sound where when you walk, there's an ankle sound coming. The ankle sound coming, right? Okay, so it reminded me of my father, because my father's a bit like, he's like old already, like 60 something, but so that ankle noise you can hear, and it was moving towards my room, like thump 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 thump, and I saw a shadow underneath.
Wow.
It was approaching me.
God.
I was like thump 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 and stop. And then
Wow, that one. This is it. Naik Bulu.
because there's the corridor lights were outside, right? So I can see what's underneath. Because I was lying on my bed and I was like looking down there, like the light. Is it coming from upstairs? Is it coming from downstairs? Or is it outside of my room? There's no one outside of my room, right? Couldn't be. Then I was like, shit. Okay, so I called everyone that I know on my phone that is available to answer the call. So I was like calling my friend, my dad, and I called my dad, and then Abah, apa tu, Faid rasa Faid kena kacau ni, Abah. Ada something kat luar. Apa benda ni kan? Macam Abah dah sampai JB ke? Abah dah sampai JB. So okay, apa tu, Faid dengar ada bunyi footstep kat luar. Aduh, awak baca je lah ayat kursi. To him it's like something like normal kan. Okay, macam apa? I mean, I'm alone, right? Okay, you know what, Fai? Why don't you just go outside, turn on the TV, buka right? Abah, it happened outside. I'm not going to go outside and confront whatever. So I was like, no way. Okay, I just ended the call with my dad, and then I video called my friend. So I was like, okay. So Shafinas, okay, I'm going to flip the camera so that you can see. So I'm going to open the door right now because at least we have each other on the phone. Yes. Okay, so I opened the door. Okay, I baca Bismillah. I opened the door. Nothing was there, but yes, the chairs were all moved. Yes.
So when you were walking towards the door, did you still see the shadow?
I mean, I didn't see the shadow because I already opened the lights on my room already.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so I was just pointing the camera and walking towards the door, open the door, and then nothing was there. It's just the chairs were moved. Yeah, it wasn't arranged anymore. Then I knew it's time to leave. Yeah. I didn't tell my parents like what I did with the smoking, everything, and loud music. I didn't tell them that. I just said like, lepak kat luar, something like that. Yeah. So then I realized, I think it's trying to tell me that he or she is there in the house.
Yeah.
And for me to acknowledge his presence.
Yeah.
And I should be respectful. Okay. Yes. Yeah. And then that's that.
Your auntie never mentioned anything in the house.
Okay, my aunt is not really a huge believer of all this.
Okay.
Whenever I tell her these things, I think it's just the lift. I think it's just like, Mama, it happened. Yeah.
Did your friend Shafinas also scream? As soon as
She
opened
was
the
like,
door?
"Why did you call me? Why did you let me be a part of this?" Yeah,
Shafinas, you're a good friend.
Why
did you let me be a part of this?
Yeah. How messy were the chairs moved?
Okay, one of those rectangle dining tables. So they have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 chairs. So they all were like scattered about.
Right.
They weren't like flipped over, like just scattered.
It wasn't flipped over. It was just scattered about. Like it's just like move.
And you heard those first, then you heard the footsteps.
Initially, I thought it was like the neighbor or something until I saw it.
This thing's letting you know. I'm here.
And then the next day, I just went straight to my brother's house, stayed there for a whole week, and I caught a fever because I was shocked. Right.
That thing was like, boy, you come into my house. Play around.
That was the last time you saw him lah. You saw it. That was the last time you saw it.
But after that 1 week, felt better, you went back.
I went back. So I was like, I just entered the space and I was like, no, kalau kau ada kat situ, aku duduk sini, aku tak kacau kau, you know, jangan kacau aku, something like that. I would say something like that. Yeah.
That is the normal thing to say. SOP.
SOP, man.
SOP for these things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, yeah. Whew. Okay.
Wow.
So you got a final story.
Final story.
All right. Let's
Yes.
go out with a bang.
So yes, okay. So to all, you know, naughty delinquents in residing in a boarding school, please follow the rules. If not, you know, these things might happen to you, and it's not the best things that happen to you, right? Okay. So this story happened to me and a couple of friends. Actually, there was just 3 of us. Okay. So we went to one of these Bumi Putra Malay School. Yeah, so it's way over in Baling Kedah.
Wow.
Okay. Yes. For 5 years, I went to boarding school there, from 1 to form 5.
Okay.
You know, had a great life. Friends.
All boys. Mix.
It's a mixed school.
It's a mixed school. Okay.
So one dorm, there's like maybe. It's a joint room. It's a joint room. So it forms a dorm. So there's like 8 per room. So 8, 16 in total for one whole dorm. It's like 21, 22, something like that.
It's like a KTJ lah.
Yes. Yeah. It's an MRSM actually.
Okay.
Okay. So this happened. Okay, one night ni. Okay, there were reports of hysteria going on. Okay, so everyone was together at the surau. The MRSM surau is quite big because it can probably fit like 1,500 people, students inside. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's overlooking the hills. It's a beautiful place actually. Okay, so that one night there was reports of hysteria going on. So what they did was everyone was together at the surau for Maghrib prayers. So we did our Maghrib prayers first. So in between Maghrib and Isha, there was this they call it macam like doa halau hantu lah, halau benda-benda tak elok lah, right? They don't call it doa halau hantu. It's just like they just buat doa ni just to like
it's like a prevention kind of.
To protect to like pagar the whole school, something like that. Yeah. Okay, so not knowing that what was happening, me and 2 of our friends, we decided to skip. Yeah, so we decided to skip. We went to the 3rd floor of our dorm. So there is this I'm calling it an alley. Like, it's just basically like one of those the water tank areas. So in order to access the water tank area, you need to jump. You need to be in the toilet.
Yeah.
From there's a partition. You have to climb on top of the partition. It'll take 2 people to actually enter because it's quite high up.
Wow,
okay, the entrance.
That's effort, man.
Exactly. We were really naughty boys. So one of our tall friends. Okay, so he would put his knee out. We would climb on top of his leg, and then climb up. So whoever's last will have to pull him up to get on top. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful view. You know, Baling Kedah, there's like, if it's at night you can see the stars. It's a beautiful sight. So we usually naughty boys, we were actually underage and we were smoking. We're not supposed to be doing that, but that's the only safest space. No one can catch us, right? Because it's a hidden area. Only the seniors get to access that area. Okay, so not knowing what was happening at the surau, we climbed the area. We saw something. Something was sitting at the edge of the rooftop area.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And we saw it. It was a woman. It was a lady.
Hey.
Yeah. And then it was bukan aku dengar ni ke? Dekat diorang kata Ustaz Rashidi kata ada macam gangguan, so diorang kat surau tengah halau.
Oh, now tengok.
It's like, oh.
Yeah. And then kata, weh bodoh, kita ponting. Then I realised it probably lari ke situ.
Yeah.
Because of pagar the whole thing, so it had to run away somewhere kan. So they run away at the highest area lah kan.
To where the naughty boys are.
Yeah. I was like, bodohnya kan. Why would you think of skipping benda ni kan? Kalau semua orang kat surau, pergilah surau kan.
Right.
Yeah.
How far were you three to this thing sitting down?
Okay, right. So you know, like you have to climb up again. So
Yeah.
you climb up. The moment I climb up, I already saw there's something at the edge, sitting down. Yeah.
Oh man.
And I was like, turun kan. Yeah. And I was like saying, tengok what's apa benda tu? Tengok, balik. Yeah.
What did you see? What is besides it being a woman? What else did you see? Just a silhouette.
It's a silhouette. It's definitely a person because it's never there. We've been there for like a lot of times already, like maybe like 30 times up there. But I mean, what is that?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And alone getting up there, you know, it took you 3 of you to get up there.
Yeah. So it's not so bad. If it was just me, then I'd probably scream my lungs out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, you guys just jump
That's
up
it.
Surau?
Yeah. Balik. Yeah. But lesson learned.
Was that was before the city one, right? Obviously, yeah. Before the city one. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I was 16 that time, I think. Yeah.
All the way in Baling.
Yes.
You know what would be crazy?
Yeah.
It's the same woman you saw when you were 6 years old. Yeah, how crazy
The
that
saga
is.
continues.
From Moe to Baling.
She's like, udah ni lagi.
We had one story, You Smiles episode. He, during the day in Sabah, there was people. The people were just lining up. The cars were lining up, and they saw Pontianak holding its baby
Oh my god.
in a tree.
It was a whole line. There was traffic.
Oh my god.
During that day. So these people, they're not like Western vampires. Sunlight doesn't affect them. I don't think so. But we also, one of our very few episodes we researched, Pontianaks can be a cluster of them.
Okay.
Kat
It's
pokok
not- okay.
atau kalau like Highland Towers punya abandoned on the fan, a cluster of them.
I see.
Yeah. But we've never heard of cluster of Pontianak. So we hear one by one.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's a few together.
They're like, hey, malah ni kau pula. Something like that.
It's their gang. It's their gang. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Oh my
crazy.
god.
Freaky. I know.
All right, man. Thanks,
Dude.
Thanks for telling us your story.
Thanks for taking your time. I know you work late and you managed to come late. And
It's fine. It's all good. It's all fun. I love telling these stories.
Sure. Do you still live in Damasak?
No, not
okay, not anymore. Not there. Okay.
Yes.
All right, sweet man.
But you guys out there watching, do you want us to go and visit
Toibu?
Ibu's
Because-
place? Because it's actually quite interesting.
Yeah.
I think we're not. I mean, if we do decide to go and visit, it wouldn't be out of like, boleh nampak apa tak? No, it was more like it's my curiosity to hear the story.
To see what
You
these
know?
healers go through, and then maybe if Toibu's open, we can talk to her.
Yeah.
We can interview her.
But,
We'll see.
Yeah, man. But okay. Man.
Yeah.
I think the.
And if any of you are going through something and you're nearby or want to make a trip to JB, I think Toibu sounds like a really good healer.
Yeah.
She knows her shit.
Thanks, Akmal, for.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
We appreciate your time. Appreciate the passion of you telling the stories. You know, it's always it's just, even though sometimes we just hear the stories, it's always great to, not great. It's a how do you say it? It's so eye opening on a lot of these stories, even though sometimes stories may be similar or not whatnot. But yeah,
Especially because you grew up with it, right?
Yeah.
It's almost normal to be kind of like who was it that he grew up with it and the one lang sui and
thanks, Akmal, again.
yeah, appreciate
Thank you so
for
much.
being here. We appreciate it. To you guys again out there, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like Naik Bulu Tales.
Feel free to ask any questions to Akmal on his socials or in our YouTube comments.
And if you want to go for classes too,
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Spain class, Babel, TTDI.
yeah. But yeah, we're thanks again for joining us. We always appreciate your support. And without you guys, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So, but till next time, my name is Fairil,
I'm Moe.
and this is,
Akmal.
and we'll see you guys again on another episode of
Naik Bulu Tales. Peace out, guys.
Laters.